The Great Battles of Fiction, Beowulf and Grendel, Enkidu and Gilgamesh versus the Bull of Heaven, or for some more modern examples, Kirk versus Khan, Luke Skywalker versus Darth Vader, and who could forget Michael Jordan versus Muhammad Ali. Well, apparently bootleg game publisher X-Boy didn't forget, or more likely dreamt it up, because for some reason Top Fighter 2000 MK8 is a real thing. Now don't get me wrong, I'm actually pretty glad this exists, if just for the reasons of novelty, but in many ways it's wasted. I wouldn't call it simply bad though, so stick around and let's figure out Top Fighter 2000 MK8.
Like the gamer guy.
Alright, so let's begin off with positives first. This opening sequence cannot be described as anything but inspired. It is one of the few examples in bootleg games of something that's truly so bad it's good. The way in which it is constructed is so stylistically outrageous, and yet familiar to fighting game intros that it almost seems like a parody of games like Marvel vs. Capcom. But of course it's attempting to be serious, which makes it even better. The roster is also great, and looking over it now, it seems like one of those crazy Smash Bros. Character prediction lists I see often on forums. Of course, there's the stars, Michael Jordan, in-game referred to as Joden, and Muhammad Ali, but they are also joined by Geese Howard, Ryu, Goku, Kyo, Cyclops, and Ryo. To say that this is a star-studded cast might be an understatement. This is the kind of crazy cast you might only see in something like Mugen before, and it's really pretty awesome. The graphics and sound are also pretty good. The backgrounds, as ridiculous as they may be, hello random Mount Rushmore, are drawn as well as they need to be, and I personally find them somewhat charming. Music is up-tempo and not the cacophony of sounds you might expect. Oh, and then there's this guy. Yeah, he's the best. From here, things get, well, not very good, honestly. I'm somewhat curious as to why as well. This, like many pirate fighting games that may get featured on the show in the future, I'm looking at you, Kart Fighter, does not play well at all. Now, I'm not much of a programmer yet. The most advanced game I've made so far is a simple 2D shooter, so perhaps this is presumptuous, but I would think that making a fighting game wouldn't be the most difficult thing to do, especially one as limited in scope as this one. Yet somehow everything is wrong with the gameplay. Moving is stiff and awkward. Computer opponents, of course, are too difficult given these control issues. In addition, pulling off special moves is not only difficult but also generally less effective than a normal attack, because the frequency and accuracy required to pull off a combo using them is, well, simply bad. Once again, the computer has no problems with spamming these though. At first, honestly, I was curious if the supposed special moves even existed because the usual Hadouken button combination was unresponsive. Instead, you're supposed to press B, then hold B and enter the combination on the D-pad. It doesn't feel nice, there are no guarantees that it will work at all, and it kills your movement completely when a button is held. All of this works for a move that will be likely blocked, countered, or prevented from firing as the computer kicks you in the face. This being said, I did beat the game in record time because, as you may have seen from this footage, well, there's an exploit that allows you to not only steal an easy victory, but also steal the joy out of your life as you realize that you are in no way enjoying the spam in which you were taking part in. This game actually shares something in common with the previous game I reviewed, Mario 4, and that's that if someone could patch these basic gameplay flaws out, I believe that it'd actually be pretty fun, if not one of my favorite pirate games. The difference here, however, is that it's far too similar to other games, particularly the Street Fighter games, that creating a simple graphics hack of one of those games would probably be easier, I imagine, and it'd be sort of wasted on this one. To conclude, walking away from this game, I have quite the grin on my face. Its rampant absurdity and just overall unabashed strangeness is quite endearing, sort of like an Ed Wood film. But this is by no means a fun game in the traditional sense, and the gamer in me really doesn't like it. All in all, check it out if you want a good laugh, but that's the only reason you should. See you guys next time.